Hollywood may be the land of fame and fortune, but not every star shines as brightly in the eyes of the public. From scandals to controversies, these 20 actors have found themselves at the center of public outrage in 2024. Welcome to Beyond the Fame. Let's dive into the 20 most hated Hollywood actors of the year and why they made the list. Amber Heard's name has become synonymous with controversy over the past few years. Following her explosive legal battles with Johnny Depp, the actress has struggled to rebuild her public image. The trial, which captured global attention, painted a complex and messy portrait of their relationship, leaving fans and critics fiercely divided. In 2024, the fallout from the trial remains fresh, as social media continues to resurface damning testimonies, leaked footage, and legal documents. New interviews and tell-all documentaries reignited the conversation, with critics accusing Heard of manipulating public sympathy, while her supporters argue she has been unfairly vilified. Despite the backlash, Amber has continued to make headlines, from her new film roles to candid interviews addressing the trial's aftermath. Yet, these appearances often backfire, as detractors scrutinize her every move, turning her attempts at a comeback into a spectacle of criticism. With public opinion sharply divided, Amber Heard remains one of Hollywood's most controversial figures. Her story serves as a stark reminder of how deeply personal disputes can spill over into the public domain, leaving reputations and careers hanging in the balance. But Amber isn't the only star to find themselves under fire this year. Coming up next, the actor whose fall from grace shocked even their most loyal fans. Danny Masterson, once a beloved figure for his role as Stephen Hyde on That 70s Show, made headlines in 2024 for all the wrong reasons. After years of allegations, Masterson was convicted of raping 2 women and sentenced to 30 years to life in prison. The trial, which had been years in the making, marked a shocking fall from grace for the actor. The trial shed light on disturbing details about Masterson's actions and the alleged efforts of the Church of Scientology, of which Masterson is a prominent member, to silence his victims. Prosecutors revealed how the victims faced harassment and intimidation for coming forward, sparking outrage among the public. Public reaction to Masterson's conviction has been overwhelmingly negative, with many applauding the survivor's bravery for standing up against him. However, the case has also reignited debates about Hollywood's history of enabling predatory behavior and the influence of powerful institutions like Scientology. The verdict was not just the end of a legal battle, but a defining moment in the fight against abuse in the entertainment industry. For many, Masterson's case serves as a cautionary tale about how power and privilege can shield individuals from accountability for years. Adding to the controversy, Masterson's former co-stars Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis faced backlash for writing letters in support of him during his trial. Their statements, which highlighted his character, were criticized as dismissive of the victims' experiences, further fueling the public's outrage. With a sentence of 30 years to life, Danny Masterson is unlikely to return to Hollywood or freedom anytime soon. His actions and the fallout from his conviction have cemented his place as one of the most reviled figures in the industry. But the scandals don't stop there. Up next, a once-beloved comedian whose downfall left audiences questioning his entire legacy. Once celebrated as America's dad for his role in The Cosby Show, Bill Cosby's legacy has been irreparably tarnished by a staggering number of sexual assault allegations. Though his contributions to comedy and television once made him a beloved figure, the revelations about his predatory behavior have cast a long shadow over his career. In 2024, Cosby remained a deeply divisive figure as more victims came forward to share their stories. Their accounts added further weight to the allegations, painting a chilling picture of decades of abuse hidden behind the mask of a family-friendly entertainer. Despite his 2021 release from prison on a legal technicality, Cosby continued to face civil lawsuits and public condemnation. Activists and advocacy groups have used his case to highlight the systemic issues that allow powerful men to evade accountability for so long. Cosby's fall from grace began in 2005 with the first public allegations and intensified after comedian Hannibal Buress's viral routine in 2014 brought renewed attention to his alleged crimes. Over 60 women eventually came forward, sharing disturbingly similar accounts of being drugged and assaulted. In 2024, his attempts to mount a public comeback were met with fierce resistance. His claims of innocence and efforts to repair his image only fueled further backlash, as audiences and industry figures questioned whether redemption was even possible for someone with such a record. The public has overwhelmingly rejected Cosby's attempts at a return to the spotlight. For many, he serves as a stark example of how the power dynamics in Hollywood have enabled predators to thrive unchecked for decades. But Cosby isn't the only Hollywood figure to face public condemnation. Up next, an R&B star whose violent history continues to haunt his career and divide his fans. Chris Brown has long been a polarizing figure in the music and entertainment industries. Despite his undeniable talent and chart-topping hits, his history of domestic violence continues to overshadow his career. In 2024, that troubled legacy was once again thrust into the spotlight. Brown's 2009 assault on then-girlfriend Rihanna remains one of the most infamous incidents in Hollywood. While he has since apologized and completed court-mandated counseling, his pattern of troubling behavior hasn't gone unnoticed, with additional allegations of violence and misconduct surfacing over the years. In 2024, Brown faced backlash for several public incidents, including altercations at events and controversial comments on social media. Fans and critics alike reignited debates over whether his talent excuses his behavior, with many calling for greater accountability. The conversation around Chris Brown remains deeply divided. While some fans continue to support him, arguing he has paid his dues and deserves to move on, others point out his repeated inability to avoid controversy as evidence that he hasn't truly changed. Even within the entertainment industry, opinions on Brown vary widely. Some collaborators have defended his right to redemption, while others have distanced themselves from his brand altogether, wary of the backlash his name can bring. Despite his attempts to focus on music, Chris Brown's career remains a lightning rod for criticism. For many, his repeated controversies highlight the tension between celebrating artistry and holding public figures accountable for their actions. But Chris Brown isn't the only artist struggling to outrun a troubled past. Up next, a Hollywood actress whose public revelations have sparked intense debates about personal privacy and public perception. Jada Pinkett Smith found herself at the center of controversy yet again in 2024. Known for her candidness, Jada's revelations about her marriage to Will Smith, shared through interviews, and her memoir, Worthy, dominated headlines and sparked endless debates online. One of the most talked about moments was Jada's revelation that she and Will had been separated for years, long before the infamous Oscars slap. Many fans felt blindsided, questioning why such deeply personal details were being shared so publicly. Social media exploded with reactions, with memes mocking Jada's oversharing becoming a cultural phenomenon. Critics accused her of unnecessarily airing private family matters, while supporters argued that her honesty and vulnerability were refreshing in an often secretive industry. While Jada faced backlash, Will Smith also found himself dragged into the spotlight, with many sympathizing with him and questioning how these revelations impacted his mental health and career. The Smiths, once seen as a model power couple, have now become a symbol of Hollywood's obsession with publicized personal drama. While some applaud Jada for breaking down societal taboos about marriage and relationships, others criticize her for turning deeply personal moments into fodder for public consumption. In the court of public opinion, the line between empowerment and oversharing remains hotly debated. But Jada's story is just one of many fueling Hollywood's drama this year. Up next, a talk show host who faced renewed criticism for his off-camera behavior. James Corden, once celebrated for his charming and upbeat personality on The Late Late Show, found himself in hot water in 2024 as new allegations of rude off-camera behavior surfaced. Behind the scenes, the image of the lovable, quick-witted host started to crack. Reports emerged from restaurant staff claiming that Corden displayed entitled and abrasive behavior while dining out. One incident, in particular, detailed his alleged mistreatment of servers over a minor error, leading to backlash and even a temporary ban from a well-known New York eatery. The news quickly went viral, with critics labeling him Hollywood's least likable star. Memes and social media posts flooded the internet, amplifying the backlash and sparking debates about whether his on-screen charisma was merely an act. This wasn't the first time Corden faced such allegations. Over the years, rumors of his rude and demanding behavior on sets and towards colleagues have circulated, with some claiming that his off-screen persona is a far cry from the cheerful host audiences see on television. While Corden has occasionally apologized for specific incidents, many fans and critics question the sincerity of these gestures, pointing out that similar stories continue to surface. His reputation as a demanding and difficult celebrity now casts a shadow over his otherwise successful career. In 2023, James Corden stepped away from The Late Late Show, citing a desire to focus on family and other opportunities. However, the timing of these controversies has led some to speculate whether public perception played a role in his decision to leave late-night television. From a beloved late-night host to a lightning rod for criticism, James Corden's story is a stark reminder of how quickly public opinion can shift. Up next, we dive into the scandals surrounding another TV star turned tabloid sensation. Ellen DeGeneres, once celebrated as America's sweetheart and a trailblazer for kindness and humor, has seen her career take a dramatic turn in recent years. The host of the now-defunct The Ellen DeGeneres Show struggled to recover after allegations surfaced in 2020, accusing her of fostering a toxic workplace environment. Former staffers came forward with stories of mistreatment, discrimination, and a culture of fear behind the scenes of her popular show. For many fans, these revelations clashed with Ellen's on-screen persona, leading to widespread disappointment and a tarnished reputation. While Ellen publicly apologized and took steps to revamp her workplace culture before the show's end in 2022, the damage to her image was already done. Attempts to shift the narrative and regain trust fell flat with both viewers and industry insiders. In 2024, Ellen attempted a comeback with a series of new ventures, including interviews and a production deal aimed at producing family-friendly content. However, these efforts have been met with lukewarm reception, as many fans and critics remain skeptical about her authenticity. While some fans continue to support Ellen, pointing to her years of charitable contributions and groundbreaking visibility as a gay woman in entertainment, others argue that her return feels disconnected from the accountability audiences hope to see. Ellen's recent projects have struggled to capture the widespread enthusiasm she once enjoyed. Critics note that public trust in her brand may never fully recover, highlighting how difficult it can be to repair a damaged reputation in the age of social media and relentless scrutiny. But Ellen's fall from grace is not unique. Up next, we look at a controversial music icon whose polarizing behavior continues to make headlines. Kanye West, now known as Ye, has continued to live up to his reputation as one of Hollywood's most polarizing figures. A music and fashion mogul, Ye's artistic achievements often compete with his penchant for controversy, and 2024 was no exception. This year, Ye made headlines for a series of statements that many found inflammatory and offensive. From divisive political remarks to unfiltered criticisms of other celebrities, his erratic behavior has left even his most loyal fans questioning his judgment. Once hailed as a creative genius, Ye's unpredictable outbursts and self-proclaimed truth-telling have alienated both industry insiders and collaborators. His attempts to frame his controversies as misunderstood honesty often backfire, fueling the perception of a man increasingly out of touch with reality. Social media has been unforgiving, with critics calling out Ye's behavior as harmful and unaccountable. Hashtags and memes dissecting his latest controversies trend almost weekly, overshadowing any efforts he makes to focus on his music or design projects. Despite the backlash, Ye retains a dedicated group of fans who argue that his boldness is part of his genius. They claim his unfiltered approach to life and art is refreshing in an industry full of calculated personas, though others see it as reckless. Beyond public opinion, Ye's controversies have also impacted his business ventures. Former brand partnerships remain dissolved, and new collaborators appear wary of associating with someone whose unpredictability poses a reputational risk. Kanye West may thrive on controversy, but at what cost? As his polarizing antics dominate the headlines, his influence in the entertainment and fashion worlds continues to waver. Coming up next, a polarizing figure who has faced sharp criticism for her role within the royal family. Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, remains one of the most polarizing figures of 2024. Once celebrated for bringing modernity and diversity to the British royal family, Meghan now finds herself at the center of heated debates on both sides of the Atlantic. Critics accuse Meghan of manipulating media narratives to craft a victimized image, often painting herself as a misunderstood outsider in royal circles. This year, her statements about the struggles of life within the monarchy reignited public discourse, with some questioning the authenticity of her claims. On social media, Meghan's every move sparks a storm of opinions. Supporters fiercely defend her, highlighting the relentless tabloid attacks and the overt racism she has faced from certain sections of the press. Meanwhile, detractors accuse her of playing the sympathy card and using the royal brand for personal gain. This year, Meghan's public appearances alongside Prince Harry have been scrutinized more than ever. From philanthropic initiatives to high-profile events, the couple has faced criticism for what some perceive as contradictory behavior, seeking privacy while maintaining a very public presence. Royal commentators have weighed in, with many suggesting that Meghan and Harry's decision to step away from royal duties only heightened the media frenzy surrounding them. Their ongoing legal battles with tabloids further cement the narrative of a couple locked in a battle for control over their story. Despite the controversies, Meghan has continued to carve out her own identity, from podcasting to writing. While these ventures attract a loyal audience, they also invite further criticism from those who question her motives and authenticity. Meghan Markle's journey from Hollywood actress to royal family member turned global advocate remains a lightning rod for public opinion. Up next, a Hollywood A-lister whose shocking actions at a major award show left his career hanging in the balance. Even as time moves on, some moments are hard to forget, and for Will Smith, the infamous Oscars slap remains a defining event in his career. In 2024, the controversy still lingers, continuing to overshadow his work and public appearances. Smith has apologized multiple times, both publicly and directly to Chris Rock, emphasizing his regret and taking responsibility for his actions. However, for many fans and industry insiders, the incident raised questions about his temperament and professionalism, tarnishing the image of a man once considered one of Hollywood's most beloved stars. In 2024, the slap remains a hot topic on social media, where memes and debates about the incident resurface with each new project or public appearance by Smith. While some have forgiven and moved on, others continue to associate the actor with that shocking moment on live television. The fallout has extended beyond public perception. Smith's once unshakable reputation in Hollywood has taken a hit, with some projects delayed or quietly shelved, and invitations to high-profile events reportedly becoming less frequent. Despite the controversy, Smith has remained active in the industry, releasing new projects and working to rebuild his image. However, even his recent performances have been scrutinized, with critics questioning whether the public is ready to fully embrace him again. The incident also reignited public interest when Chris Rock addressed it in his 2023 Netflix special. Rock's pointed jokes and reflections on the event kept the story alive, proving just how deeply it has permeated pop culture. For Will Smith, the journey to redemption is far from over. His story serves as a reminder of how one moment can redefine a legacy.